Hello everyone, my name is Alex. I'm a photographer. Here are some of my pictures. I started my photography business when I was just 15. And a few years later, here we are. I've got this, an underwater housing unit for my camera. I am challenging myself, having brought this housing, to 5 days of extreme underwater photography, exploring the ins and outs of how to do underwater photos, finding a winning moment and making winning images in the water. We are going to be exploring some incredible seascapes, plus finding some absolutely amazing wildlife. So make sure you stay tuned until the end to see my development and the journey throughout. Without further delay, let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be on the lookout for number 1, wobbegong, number 2, eagle ray, and number 3, octopus. But finding that wobbegong would be absolutely immaculate. There's just a bit of swell coming over the reef, but besides that, it's absolutely breathless. Clear water, bit of a current coming through, but there's only one thing left to do, and that's get in the water. Let's do it.
Look at that.
One thing I noticed with the Canon is how green the water gets. You definitely have to fix that in the grade here. It can be a really tricky struggle, and just getting a good split shot, really need practice there with the focus at the moment.
It's going to close out the first day. Unfortunately, we didn't get the conditions that we really wanted. It's pretty rough out there. So there were 2 parts to that reef. The first part, you could see it was far too cloudy. So we had to back out of that and make the treacherous walk over the rocks to the second spot, which was quite nice but very shallow, and the deeper parts with a lot more life were completely out of the question. We did get a few shots. We got some split shots there. The life we did see at the second spot. Got some shots there. Very curious school of silver drummers. A few zebrafish around, a few tarwine. Nice reef and nice shallow sandbed. But ultimately, it was very treacherous and not very successful. No wobbegong, no eagle ray, no octopus. Maybe we can find something even cooler to see in future. So, well everyone, here we are for day 2. And yeah, the big thing is just gonna be getting those settings right underwater. Maybe just changing the focus, having a focus set up for a split shot and a focus mode set up for, you know, tracking any underwater species. Got the dive gear, got the camera, got the housing, and it's time to set up. Today it's just been cloudy all day with a bit of rain coming in. Swell is meant to drop down. It looks like it's not dropping down. Yeah, fingers crossed it gets better, and see you in the water. Well, post dive, although it looks good, unfortunately it's quite sandy in there. Every wave that comes over just turns it into a bath. There were a few little gems in there, but it's clearing up here day by day. So hopefully the swell just drops a little bit more, that Arctic swell, and we get the conditions we're after. You know, I've got to get home and it's freezing out, and I'm just taking my waddy off, so I'm fully just in shorts, freezing as. But this is just special, isn't it? I actually intended to make this video an entire pretty much 15 weeks ago. I didn't think I had captured enough quality content over that period, you know, whatever that means. And pretty much I just asserted to myself that the video was going to fail and there was no point in making it. I didn't think it was qualitative enough to actually action and edit and produce the video. So I sort of just said to myself to stop, and I dedicated myself to my next batch of film studies over the semester, and, you know, doing my regular photography jobs, dedicating my time to, you know, short form content, which is going viral all the time. Yeah, but it pretty much wasn't until I watched this video on YouTube by this guy Andrew, titled Stop Comparing, Start Trying. So once I watched that video, I was pretty much inspired, I have to say. I took the message of that video and decided I would just try anyway. And so here we are. I'm actually filming the intro to this video a whole 15 weeks later. Hopefully with a bit of luck, it will inspire some of you to get out there and, you know, if you're deciding to go underwater, going from GoPro to housing, I'll actually open this thing up. Pretty much any of you deciding to go from GoPro to underwater housing, then I hope this can be a little bit of a reason. I barely know anything about underwater housing, or I definitely didn't starting this video. I pretty much just want to mark this period in my photography career where I'm starting to learn to use the housing and capture a part of the world that I really want to capture and I've always wanted to capture. Well, here we are for day 3 of learning underwater photography. This time, no longer in the wet and cold southwest, but in the nice and warm northwest, exploring these coral beds in here.
I spent all of the week exploring the 42 islands and 150 beaches that make up the Dampier Archipelago in Western Australia. The area is known for its mining and ports, but there is an extremely underrated wealth of life to explore off the shore. Life is carefully but resiliently navigating the huge levels of infrastructure here from mining. The archipelago displays a string of ecosystems, all of which are certainly worth cultivating.
Bang, day 4, and this is some of the best coral reefs that we've seen this whole challenge. Holy, it is just magic in there. You can see where it goes from blue to orange, and there's just crevice after crevice of big corals. And it's gonna be so magic in there. But the plan is today is a split shot of the boat right here. I want a split shot of the boat, maybe with the island in the back there. And getting some good video. There's surf breaks here, so even some video of the surf going over, or something along those lines, or just video swimming through those orange corals there. But yeah, fingers crossed for some good wildlife and some good light in there. It looks pretty nice. Hopefully the current's not too strong. And yeah, see you in post. Well, I'm so glad I waited 15 whole weeks to come back to this beach. There's a pelican overhead. Look at that. There's so much wildlife here. Oh, I just cannot wait to get in the water. Perfect conditions. It's a bit cloudy out, but the clarity in there is still gonna be pristine. And so far, I've only explored there and over there. But today, we are easily gonna be in this water. Oh, I just can't wait. It's gonna be so good. The housing is absolutely ready to go. There's even a boat out there on the horizon. Oh, it is a good day to be in the water. Let's do it. Since my first 4 days, I've since completed my freediving 20-meter course. So definitely breath holding and staying down under for longer. I'm by myself, so not too long. You don't want to be unsafe, especially in this isolated environment. I think ending this challenge, we have certainly achieved the goals that we want to achieve. My grading has gotten so much better in post. Split shots, I know how to do. Controlling the camera underwater, I know how to do. Good video, I'm getting it. With practice, I'll get better. It's really a whole other world, underwater photography. It's it's a genre in photography that is completely niched. It's so unique, and it explores a world that a lot of people really love. And not only that, it creates a quality image of a world that is, rarely photographed and rarely understood, really. Not many people know much about the ocean. So, underwater photography is really cool to explore, and I feel so honored that we even have a chance to explore this, because, cameras haven't been around that long in comparison to human history, let alone underwater cameras, let alone even diving. It's just really cool to see that world through the lens and, creatively construct that world. I really hope that this video has shown you a world that you might not see very often. And if you are lucky enough to see this world very often, I hope that it inspires you to keep creating and keep building a portfolio and keep taking photos and sharing the underwater world and promoting its health and promoting its longevity. With that, please subscribe for more long form videos. I plan to make many, many more. I have many ideas and I can't wait to action them and, grow my editing skills and turn this channel into something I'm really proud of. So I really hope you enjoyed my first long form video. I really hope you enjoyed the video itself, but I really hope that you'll follow along this journey with me. It's going to be a lot of fun.